Hello everyone. This is a strange thing that came up when I was setting up for a video that I'm going to make. I'm going to make some comparison videos comparing the CLA 76 compressor and the T-RackS Black 76 compressor. And while I was doing this, I was just trying to match the levels, and I'd been putting through some white noise using the test generator plugin to basically check that the levels were the same going in and out. And I noticed something very, very strange. So if I turn off both the plugins so they're completely out the chain, almost like a true bypass, if I then have these plugins, these tracks out of phase, so I've got one here with the CLA 76 and one here with the T-RackS 76, and I've flipped the phase on, not that channel there, on this channel here with an EQ at the end. So I've flipped the phase there. So a little tangent here. I just thought I'd explain the principles of phasing a little better. So what I've done here is made a list of numbers in Excel that increment by 0.1. So you can see it just gets 0.1 bigger every time, and then I've taken the sine of this number to produce a sine wave, and then I've taken the same sign of that number but multiplied it by -1, so it's the opposite sine, not as in SIN but SIGN, sine. So you can see where this is 0.09983, this is minus 0.9983, and this is 0.198767, and this is minus 0.198767. So these are all kind of basically opposite signs. And then when you add them together, you end up with 0. And you can see this here. The first sine wave goes up and then down and then up and then down. And the second sine wave goes down and then up and down, then up. And they sum together to produce a perfect array of zeros here. As you can see in this green line here, they sum together and produce complete silence, which you can hear here when I've got two of the same drum track, but they are out of phase with each other. So you can see I've flipped the phase switches here, and they are cancelling each other out. But if I flip those phase switches, you can suddenly hear the drums again. So obviously if you're listening to one, you hear it. If you listen to the other, and they're the same at the moment. But if I put the plugins in, but put them both on bypass. Oh, listen to that. So I turned them both off again, and I turned just the waves on bypass, and silence, which is what you expect because the two signals are out of phase from each other. But if I switch on the other one, then you have this phasing problem. So let's measure this with the in-phase plugin. So I'm going to use the in-phase stereo, and I'm going to put on the side chain, and I'm going to go to the 76, the CLA 76 channel, and I'm going to send to this plugin here. I only want to monitor the alpha channel. I don't want to monitor the side chain. And let's capture. Cool. I'm going to go right back to the beginning here. I'm going to see how far out these are. Now, they are out of phase with each other. As you can see, one's going up, one's coming down. So I'm just going to flip the phase on the side chain. So there, when I'm comparing them and I move the delay here, you can see it's bang in phase when it's 34 samples out. So something's going on here. Let's turn off this in-phase plugin. See, if I put that on, they cancel each other out. But if I now bypass this and then use the on button here, perfect cancellation. So I thought, I wonder if this is just the 76 plugin. And again, it's not perfectly out of phase. If I turn the plug-in off, they go completely out of phase and you get the cancellation. But with the plug-in on but bypassed, it works when I'm bypassing within the plug-in, but not on the bypass in Cubase. So let's measure this one. It doesn't look like it's the same amount. So with this plugin we are 3 samples out, and with this one we were 34 samples out. So I then tested this. I then went and changed my latency, and it didn't actually change the measurements at all. So this isn't latency based. Now, considering a lot of people, I would say most people, when they're automating the bypassing of plugins, they'll actually use the DAW bypass here rather than actually sort of using the one either in the plugin. Not all plugins have a bypass function within the plugin. So yeah, then you might end up with some phasing problems. So yeah, I don't know whether this is a bug or there's an explanation for it, but yeah, something that I discovered strangely while I was setting up for another video, which will be coming soon. But yeah, if anyone has an answer to that, please let me know. Contact me via my website, or leave a comment, or tweet me, or send me a message on the High Pass Show page on Facebook.